Hey there. I recently, well, just finished watching Film Game Junkies, really cool top 5 episode on Asian horror movies. And I plan to do a kind of response video to that when my son's over here, because he's the Asian horror movie uh, expert. I concede defeat in that one. Anyway, I just want to talk about some of my Asian films that I do have that I do really like. And so I just grabbed a few. There's not a top 5 or top 10 list. It's just some that I have really a lot of fun with. And I thought I'd talk about them until I can get that Asian horror one up there. Again, it's a shout out to Film Game Junkies for responses to my latest videos and to make some great videos himself. So if you're not subscribed to Film Game Junkies YouTube channel, I really recommend it. It's there's some really good watches on there, and I've been checking them out. So anyway, the first one I picked up is one that you see in a lot of like dollar bins and stuff like that, and not enough people know about it, but it is definitely well known. It's a fun one. It's Sonny Chiba, of course, and it's the Street Fighter series. Now this is as 3 of the 5 films. Of course, the original Street Fighter, Street Fighter's Last Revenge, and Sister Street Fighter. Street Fighter was the one action movie that actually got an X for its violence. It has a lot of kind of cool and cheesy stuff there. There's some scenes that are going to make you wince. It's actually a cool thing when he's doing damage on a fight, I think on the ship. They actually show an X-ray of like bones breaking. It's really cool. And there's not much of this guy rapes or tries to rape a girl, and Street Fighter makes him pay by ripping off the thing that caused the pain to the girl. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of this here. I also have a TV series called Shadow Warriors, and awesome stuff, which I'll talk about in another review. But this one right here, it's Street Fighter series, highly recommended. The first Street Fighter is an amazing film. I would love to see Scream Factory or Shout Factory, one of them, get the Street Fighter series and just like put them in on Blu-ray and put some really cool, decent features in there. Because we've seen like these cheap editions all around, like in the thin cases and these cases here, because it's public domain, easy to get at. But let's get some like really good editions of these. If there's really good editions out there, maybe it's in another country. I'm in Canada, or maybe there is an edition I'm just not aware of it. Just let me know in the comments. But Street Fighter series, Sonny Chiba, lots of cool violence. Terry the Street Fighter just kicking ass, and even the Sister Street Fighter is pretty cool. I mean, I like this entire. I like the 5 of these movies. I think it was 5, right? Street Fighter had 4 sequels: Return of Street Fighter, Sister Street Fighter, Street Fighter's Last Revenge, and one that I can't pronounce. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah. Of course, the co-star Street Fighter, Kenji Oba, appeared in both of Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill films with Sonny Chiba, so that's really cool as well. These really fact-type things are cool. There's Sonny Chiba right there, the Street Fighter, and really they're pretty violent movies, but they're really cool, they're really fun, and they're ultra cheesy in certain ways, but he's a badass, and you really take him serious as that. The next one up is one that I had a long time ago, and it took me a long time to find it again, because I moved away, and I got rid of a lot of my collection because I just couldn't take it with me, couldn't take the volume with me. So a lot of what I have now is trying to re-get stuff that I used to have or upgrade, and over the years I've lost a lot of my collection, and trying to get it back and do better, and I think I've got more than I've ever had, but DVD collectors always want more. It's like a crack, man. Anyway, it's Naked Killer, and Naked Killer is a really cool movie. It's very feminine, kiddish. It's like it's got this cool character named Princess, and she has a lesbian lover named Baby, and they are basically hired to assassinate, to kill the lead actress. And her father was killed, so basically she wants vengeance on the people that killed her father. So she gets involved with a hitwoman who teaches her, and basically trains her like how to murder, gives her a new identity, all this stuff, and so she gets revenge on the people that killed her father, but in doing so, she actually falls for the police officer that's investigating the murders that basically she committed to in getting revenge, and this kind of pisses off Sister Cindy, the one who trained her, and that's where a princess and baby come in to try and get hired to murder her. And there's basically there's a huge showdown here in Naked Killer, and it's incredible. The women in this film are beautiful. There's lesbian action in this movie. There's a lot of really just cool action in this film. It's a really good film. I found it, and again, and I never thought I'd find this movie again because this was not an easy find in the first place. Yeah, I know you can go online and buy everything now, but I buy a lot of my stuff around town, or during some big sales and stuff like that. Amazon has been pretty pricey when it's come to their charges for shipping that lately, so I've kind of weaned out of that and tried to see what I could get around here. And well, Barnes & Noble is pretty good, so I'll go with them when it comes to Criterion stuff during their sales, that's for sure. I'm hoping there's another one in November. If anybody knows for sure if they're going to have that Criterion sale again this November, the same as you had last November, then give me a shout out in the comment section, because I'd like to know, because I'd get ready to save up for it. But again, Naked Killer is a great film. It's an action film, lots of nudity in it, so if you're young, you may not like it. If you're a teenage boy, you'll love it. Naked Killer is an incredible film. Next up is one that's actually part of a trilogy, and I was unaware of the fact, I'm ashamed to say, and Lady Vengeance. Lady Vengeance is a really cool movie done by Park Chan-wook, and it's part of a trilogy with Old Boy and Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, I think. I think the original title may have been Sympathy for Lady Vengeance as well. And this sounds familiar to you. If you haven't seen this movie and you've seen Old Boy, here, I'll read you what it says on the back. And I'm guessing this is going to sound slightly familiar to you. After being blackmailed and wrongly in prison for 13 years, a beautiful woman is finally set free. Now a brutally elaborate plan for vengeance against a true criminal can begin to unfold. So that's pretty cool. Interview with director, exclusive commentary with Richard Penna, original theatrical trailer, and selected scenes from the other two installments of the Vengeance trilogy. Well, how could I have missed that? Really, I totally missed that whole installments of the Vengeance trilogy thing, and I probably never looked at it on the DVD either. So again, it's a really cool film. His stuff is pretty incredible. It's Asia Extreme release, so it's a pretty good release. They do some cool stuff. They do a lot of the horror stuff. I know my son picked up a couple of the Asia Extreme horror films recently, and he's really pleased with them. So we'll find out about those when I do a video on the video response to Film Game Junkies. The next three I got came in a set, and it's really cool. I picked it up for $9.99, and it was at a Canadian Tire, so it's just a hardware store. And it's the it's the Festival Collection, and I think this is these Festival Collections are Canadian sets put together. You can correct me if you're in the States or something like that, and you've got this, and it's not like an import thing. You can let me know, but I'm pretty sure this is a Canadian release. The three films, you can see them right there, are The Killer by John Woo, Hardboiled John Woo, and Old Boy, which is the other part of the trilogy. So I don't have Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, but cool. What through this one time? The Killer is a fantastic action film. Hands down, amazing action. John Woo is like the king of this stuff. Chow Yun-fat, just incredible. It's a great movie. Basically, he's an assassin who basically he wants to do one last job and he's going to quit for good, but he gets double crossed and he has to take on basically the mob and the police, and the guy has to team up with his a police officer that is completely against his what he does. The killing thing is completely against what his way of thinking, and they become true friends, and one of them has to go against his original thoughts. Great ending, cool movie, and I loved it. It's a 2-disc edition. This is the Dragon Dynasty. They put out a lot of stuff. Next up is Hard Boiled, and again, this is by John Woo. It is a 2-disc edition again, and this is another incredible movie. Hard Boiled actually had a video game sequel, and again, of course, it's Chow Yun-fat, and he's playing Tequila, the cop hell-bent on bringing down the gun smugglers for his partner, responsible for his partner's death. And again, Dragon Dynasty has put together a really great 2-disc set. Loving these films. I gotta say, they are numbers 15 and 41 in the Dragon Dynasty collection. They're numbered, the spines are numbered on Dragon Dynasty, just like they are in the Criterion ones, by the way. And the next one up here is not a Dragon Dynasty one. It's actually an Alliance release, and Old Boy. As you know, right now they're remaking Old Boy. Spike Lee is doing it, so I'm not too impressed. Spike Lee is the one that basically called Tarantino a racist for Django and Chained, which is utterly ridiculous. But hey, yeah. I'm gonna put these in right now. I gotta say, Old Boy is like a really great film. Directors and cinematographers, commentary, deleted scenes, and photo gallery. Basically, you got a businessman with a wife and a daughter. He's drunk one night on the town. He gets abducted, locked in a jail. He's not told why he's there. He's there for 15 years, pretty much. All of a sudden, they just free him. He's got a suit. He's got a cell phone. 5 days to figure out who set him up and why he's been in prison. So he's got 5 days to seek vengeance for a whole lot of shit that's happened to him, and it's a really, really good film. Old Boy is a classic Asian. Wouldn't really call it horror, but you know what happened to him is definitely horrific. I'd recommend any of those to anybody. The Killer, Hard Boiled, Old Boy are incredible films. Lady Vengeance is a great, great film. It really fits that Naked Killer, and the Street Fighter trilogy. That's the trilogy. 3 of the 5 anyway are just some really, really cool stuff. I'm hoping to get the video response to the Asian horror one on here the weekend. The son's gonna be over, and hopefully he'll be able to help me do that if he's not too busy. And I gotta say, thanks a lot, Film Game Junkies, for the kind of a idea and for the really cool top 5. So I'll be doing a video response hopefully for that. But for right now, those are some Asian movies that I like. They may not be horror movies, but there's some damn good movies with a lot of action, some cool thing, and you know, there's some hot chicks in there as well. So you know, that's also awesome. And you know, for the girls, there's Chow Yun-fat, and you know, the handsome dude with the suit on, and which is really cool. So everybody wins. Again, thanks for watching. It's right now it's hot as hell, but I think I'm going to have iced tea. So it's time for iced tea. Time to get a Tessimo. Thanks a lot, guys, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and comment. Love getting the comments. I will respond. I'll give you a shout out. I will basically horror your channel so that more people subscribe on here. I do. And thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you later because I'm getting hot and I'm rambling. It really is time for iced tea.